What's the deal, YouTube? Man, you already know. Welcome to the first episode of Beyond the Bars. This is a show where we just don't vibe to music. We break down the craft. I'm a capo. You already know I got my main man, Surf, with me. Man, Surf, man, what's the deal, man?
Man, what's good? What's good, man? I'm a brand podcast. Dudes, you can use podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe. And we in the building, man. We talking about Kendrick today.
Yeah, so you already heard from my co-host today. We diving into that control verse. We diving into that control verse, one of the most legendary verses of 2010. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was an earth-shattering verse. Kendrick Lamar set the tone for what hip-hop is supposed to be. And we're gonna play the verse. We're gonna play the verse, and then we're gonna break down everything in the verse for you, coming from two hip-hop artists ourselves, man. Let's get into it.
That's good, crazy.
Run to the hottest niggas just to stay hot. I'm one of the hottest because I flame drop fire, and not because I'm name dropping, Hall of Fame dropping. And I ain't taking shit from nobody unless they OGs. Cause that ain't the way of an OG, so I G-O collect more G's every dollar. Never changed though, I'm just a new version of old me. Forever hot-headed but never got cold feet. Got up in the game, won't look back at my old seats. Click so deep, we take up the whole street. I need a bitch so bad that she take up my whole week, Sean Dunn.
Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old, you realize I'm not gonna fold the demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it. Everything I rap is a quarter piece to the melon. So if you have a relapse, just relax and pop in my disc. Don't you pop me the fucking pill, I'ma pop you, then give me this. Tell Flex to drop a bomb on this shit. So many bombs win the alarm like Vietnam on this shit. So many bombs make Farrakhan think that's a dime in this bitch. One at a time, I line them up and bomb on their mom when she watching the kids. I'm in a destruction mode if the gold exists. I'm impotent like the Pope. I'm a Muslim on poke. I'm Machiavelli's offspring. I'm the king of New York. King of the coast, one hand I juggle them both. The juggernauts all in your juggler, you take me for jokes. Live in the basement, church pews and funeral faces, cardio bracelets. For my women friends, I'm in Vegas. Who the fuck y'all thought it's supposed to be? If Phil Jackson came back, still no coaching me. I'm uncoachable, I'm unsociable. Fuck y'all clubs, fuck y'all bitches. Show Instagram can gobble these nuts. Got more dick up to your hiccup, my big homie corrupt. This the same flow that put the rap game on the crunch. Yes. I seen niggas transform like villain Decepticons. Molly's probably turn these niggas to fucking Lindsay Lohan. A bunch of rich ass white girls looking for parties, playing with Barbies. Wreck the Porsche before you give them the car key. Judgment to the monarchy. Blessings to Paul McCartney. You call me a Black Beetle, I'm either that or a Martin. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker. I said it. I'm dressed in all black. This is not for the fan of Elvis. I'm aiming straight for your pelvis. You can't stomach me. You plan on stumping me, bitch. I've been jumping for you. Put a gun on me, bitch. I put one on yours from Sean Connery. James Bond with none of you niggas climbing 100 mil in front of me, and I'm gonna get it even if you're in the way. And if you're in it, better run for Pete's sake. I heard the barbershops being great debates all the time about who's the best MC. Kendrick, Chigga, and Nas. Eminem, Andre 3000, the rest of y'all, new niggas, just new niggas, don't get involved. And I ain't rocking no more designer shit. White tees and Nike Cortez, this red Corvette's anonymous. I'm usually homeboys with the same niggas I'm rhyming with. But this is hip-hop and them niggas should know what time it is. And there goes for Jamaica, Big Crit Wale. Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, Jay Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. They don't want to hear not one more now, no verb from you niggas. What is competition? I'm trying to raise the bar high. Who's trying to jump and get it? You're a better off trying to skydive at the exit window with 5 G5s with $5 grand with your granddad as the pilot. He drunk as fuck trying to land with a handful of arthritis and popping prosthetic leg bumping pock in the cockpit. So the shit that pops in his head is an option of violence. Someone heard the stewardess said that your parachute is a latex condom up to a dread. West Coast, you can check.
Woo! Surf, you muted.
Kendrick went crazy, bro.
Hey, yo, that was immaculate performance by Kendrick Lamar. Shout out Compton, we in the building. That was the start of it. That's where the beef started. So we was talking about it last night, Surf. We had to go back to where the beef started. That's where the beef started, right there. That was the start of the beef.
This is what cracked it off, though, because how we know Drake ain't seen it.
Yes, that's exactly what cracked it off. That's a known fact. This is what cracked it off. 15 was 12 years ago, 13 years ago. This is what started it all.
So this beef been brewing for 13 years.
Yeah, it's been brewing for some time, man. Drake didn't appreciate him putting his name in there because I guess Drake thought, because Drake was the popping guy at that time. So I believe Drake thought he should have been in the question, but hey, he said he's trying to murder all of you. Woo! So what's your takes on that, sir? Before we dive into the first segment, what's your favorite bar on that one, sir?
I don't have a favorite bar because the whole composition was dope.
Yes.
When he came in and took over the song, he kind of killed Big Sean on his own shit.
Oh, so he renegaded Big Sean like Eminem did Jay. He did the renegade on him.
I feel like the only person who really should have took it as disrespect, because he mentioned his name too. He tried to kill all you niggas. He said Big Sean too on his own song. The only person that really should have been offended was Big Sean. I don't know why him and Drake end up the ones beefing, but yeah, when you get murdered on your own track like that, it's the ultimate disrespect. And he rapped for like 20 bars. That wasn't a 16.
Yeah, he went overboard, right? Okay, I do got a favorite bar. I got a favorite bar on there. My favorite bar is when the nigga said, "I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it." That nigga, hey, boy. That nigga said, "I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it." That's my favorite bar, boy. Hey, that was a bar of bars. It's a movie. I think that's from a movie or something. He got that from somewhere, but the way he said it was funny as hell. Because it's a double entendre, and it means that his shit is dope. He's selling his bars as dope packs, but it's for the street term too. So it was you know, I'm a rapper, so I like that double entendre he threw on there. That was nice. This is a nice start of episode 1 that we diving into some real hip hop. So we're going to dive into the first segment. We're going to break down everything bar for bar. Not every bar, but we're going to make the most significant bars. We're going to break them down bar for bar. Let's dive right into it, people. We're back beyond the bars. Beyond the bars. I was going to say beyond the score. Make sure you tune in to Beyond the Score. That's what you just say with the pub shit. Make sure you tune in to Beyond the Score. Every other Saturday, we're doing it big over there. All the hot sport topics. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to that notification bell. Make sure you tap in with News You Can Use Podcast and I Am the Brand Podcast. And on YouTube and on Instagram, and I think they're on Threads. I think they might be everywhere, people. I don't know. You gotta ask these guys. They might be everywhere. They're everywhere, right, sir? Everywhere. They're everywhere, people.
Everywhere like air.
Everywhere like air. I like that. So we're gonna dive bar for bar. So it's only obvious we start with that immaculate bar of I'm Machiavelli's offspring. I'm the king of New York, king of the coast. One hand I juggle them both. I'm talking about that boy talking that talk. He basically said that he is the son of Tupac, but he still got the core hip hop elements from New York, and he still got that West Coast flavor, and he's figuring out how to juggle them both. You see, you gotta wake up, people. That's a bar, because the way he broke it down is he claims he can run New York and Cali and the West Coast in the same bar. He could juggle it both. He could give you that G-Funk essence in the middle of rapping like he's from New York City with the bar play and the word play and all that, right? That's a shot at the coastal divide too, that we all know, East Coast versus West Coast. Now he's saying he ain't worrying about that because he knocking down the East Coast and he knocking down the West Coast. So, sir, what you think about that?
I think that was a super dope bar for him to like, because you got to think about it. Who's hot on the East Coast right now?
Oh, well, we got to say at that time. Not now. We got to say at that time. At that time. At that time, there was some dudes. ASAP, he said them. ASAP was hot. I mean, you had A Boogie with the hoodie. I think he was around that time period, right? Troy Ave. Don't forget about Troy Ave.
So yeah, you had some people.
Bobby Shmurda. That's around that time, right?
Bobby was killing it back then. Bobby was killing it back then.
Okay, another backstory, because Corrupt, because he shouted out Corrupt in that song too. If you listen to that verse, he says something about Corrupt, right? But Corrupt said that he didn't mean it in the way they was thinking as King of New York. He was talking about the movie King of New York. The movie with I can't remember his name right now. The guy, I can't remember his name. Frank White, the King of New York. So if you went mute.
Yeah, I remember that movie, The King of New York, was dope. Frank
Yeah,
White,
so
that's where Biggie got a lot of this shit from, right?
Yeah. So it was up for debate. Did he mean it as a disrespectful line for New York rappers, or I mean, I took it as he was saying he the king of New York, as like I said, that he can do that boom bap style, that raw form of hip hop that was made in New York, but still get that Cali flavor on it. That's what I took it as. He can still put that California love flavor on there because he shouted out Machiavelli, which obviously means Tupac, and he still can balance it all while making timeless music. So yeah, that was a bar right there. We got to talk about that one, and then we're gonna go to the next bar that we want to discuss, because this was a big one for me. He said, "I'm usually homeboys with the same niggas I'm rhyming with, but this is hip hop, and I know them niggas know what time it is." Hey, nigga, he said it from the jump, nigga. This is hip hop, nigga. It's hip hop. Y'all gotta know what time it is, people. It's hip hop. So, sir, do you think this was a turning point in that friendly get along rap that we all know people was doing at that time, to the point where this has got to be a friendly competition?
Facts. It was a friendly competition, definitely, but obviously it turned into some bittersweetness, because you got to think about the Drake run after that. After 2013, Drake got a crazy run until now. So, I mean, it was some shots. It been shots being thrown back and forth this whole time, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. All right, let's move forward. Let's go.
So I believe he put the gloves off with that one. That bar set a real tone that he was really coming for next. And we're going to dive into the next bar. And it's in the same vein. It's when he dropped the names: J. Cole, Big Crit, Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, Jay Electronica, Tyler the Creator, Mac Miller. I'm talking about, he said the best rappers at that time. He said, I got love for all of them, but I'm trying to murder you niggas.
The only person that I feel like stood tall out of all them niggas was Tyler, the Creator. Bro. That nigga went crazy on that freestyle he put out. Hey now, say now, I'm all about that vibe. Hey now, say now. We definitely gotta dive into Tyler Creator because I feel like he put that out for a reason. Like, nigga, I could go there too, bro.
Yeah. So he didn't sneak this. That's not a sneak this. That's a straight direct right to him, right? He dropped names of his peers. That's a flex. That's a flex. It was a flex, but it was just as his challenge. He challenging them too, right?
Yeah,
that's a challenge.
But I didn't see out of all those people, I feel like everybody fell off. Other than Tyler, like Tyler has been huge the whole time. And dragged into the beef when he said that control verse. Maybe that was Tyler's way of responding. Like,
I want to say that because when Mac Miller died, I feel like Mac Miller was, Mac Miller one of my favorites. So, and I don't know Mac Miller to be confrontational, so I was kind of confused why he said Mac Miller. So that's one name I could put. Like, I don't know why he said Mac. What about J. Cole? J. Cole's always been. He's always been J. Cole to me. He's J. Cole, J. Cole's hit and miss for me. Big Crit. We're gonna go name for name. Big Crit. I mean, I ain't heard a lot from Big Crit, man. Big Crit was one of my favorites at that time. I ain't heard a lot from Big Crit since them days. Big Crit was one of my favorites. I liked it, Big Crit.
Big Crit was dope, bro.
Yeah, Big Crit was dope. What about Wale? Oh, Wale. Wale was making music still, trying to do his thing. I don't know if Wale ever responded back. I gotta go look that up. I can't remember. Pusha T. We know Pusha T a spitter. I was surprised Pusha T didn't respond back, man. Or I think he did, but I don't think it was that good enough for another response.
It didn't go into a beef.
Yeah, it didn't go into a beef. We got Meek Mills. Meek Mills is Meek Mills to me, man. He's like Meek Mill's a halfway joke to me. Nothing against him. It's just, Meek Mill's always been like a jokey joke to me. I never took him so serious, man.
I think a lot of people did up until these Diddy allegations and the Drake beef. It just ruined his credibility.
Yeah, most definitely. We got ASAP Rocky. I think if out of everybody, I believe ASAP probably fell off the most. Like, he just fell off the map. I mean, he got Rihanna, so I mean, you'll fall off too, right? You'll fall off the wagon after that one, right? So yeah. Then you got Jay Electronica, who I ain't too familiar with. I know a few of his songs, but I'm not too familiar with Jay Electronica. I'm not too familiar with Jay Electronica. I guess he was on the song. He was on the song with him. He was on the song with him too. Jay Electronica was on the song too. He dissed Jay Electronica.
So Jay Electronica had the song Exhibit A and Exhibit B, which was some of the dopest music ever. He ended up marrying Princess Diana's daughter. It kind of was like, I would say, blackballed out of the industry. But he did a lot of work with Kanye.
Okay, I heard Exhibit A. Now I think about I heard Exhibit A. I heard that before. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
He was a writer for Kanye, though.
Yeah, he should write for Kanye. All right, yeah. So Jay Electronica been doing his thing. Tyler, the Creator, I think Tyler, the Creator, and Drake most likely are the biggest. They had the biggest success after this. Drake, obviously, we know had his success. Tyler, the Creator, had multiple #1 albums, multiple Grammy Awards. Tyler's still doing his thing. He actually was at the Kendrick Lamar pop-out show, so you obviously see it mess up their relationship.
The real question is, Who's the biggest artist who's still going big right now that he dissed in that Control verse?
Is that a Drake and Tyler?
It's out of Drake
J.
and Tyler.
Cole. It says it's out of Jake Tyler and J. Cole.
What has J. Cole put out recently that's been going crazy?
I mean, J. Cole had a play important in beef when they made that what they call a 60-second shooter. What was the name of it?
I don't even remember. See, you don't even remember it either.
Yeah, I mean, he got one. But you know, J. Cole this is what happened to J. Cole. J. Cole made that diss and then rescinded it. So he kind of got canceled out after that. So, but J. Cole was still trying to do his thing. Jay was still trying to do his thing. J. Cole was still trying to be formidable.
I don't see it.
I mean, J. Cole hit and miss for me too. You know, I ain't the biggest J. Cole fan, but I know somebody was listening to him at the time. I know he came out with that last album that he did come out with when he was with Lil Durk. I mean, that song with Lil Durk, that was a big song.
How do you feel about Tyler's verse on that song?
On what song?
On the Pop Out.
Oh, Tyler killed the Pop Out. Tyler had one of my favorite moments from the Pop Out. I liked it that moment. Tyler had a moment like that crowd pop. That was a big crowd pop. That was when the crowd singing jump off stage. You know that he got a core fan base that really rock with him. Most definitely, you know he got a core fan base that really rocks with him and his movement, his music. He's like a cult classic, man. At this point in time, you know he's going in the pantheons of hip hop greats. No matter if you like him, like his antics, like his whatever his preferences is in life. I mean, dude can make that good music. He studied the craft. He makes music. I could say that he makes music, not just hip hop music. He makes music. Sir, if you're still there. He kind of broke up with you. So we're going to break down the last line. And I think this is the line people miss the most. It's this exactly what we just talked about when he said, I'm trying to make your core friends never heard of you niggas. They don't want to hear not a one more noun or a verb from you niggas. Come on, man. He crazy. That's forget punchlines. He playing psychological warfare at that point. It's just like, man, he's slick with the grammar play. I mean, he breaking down rap as an art in the bars. He's breaking down the rap that's when I knew he was gonna be touching a different level. And he's showing to prove that he's touching a different level. So that was bar for bar. So now we're gonna dive into the next segment. And we're going to dive into the next segment, and that will be rewind. We're going to rewind back to then and ask, how did you feel when he dropped that track, sir? So yeah, we back. So Surf, when he dropped that, like, what was the feeling around that one? How did you actually feel in the moment when you heard that for the first time? What was like, was you like inspired to drop some music? Did you want to make your own diss track towards him? Like, who does nigga think he is? So what was the rewind to that time when you heard that track? What you think? What you thought about it?
I think it was a great composition of music. I think it was well needed to shake things up. I think niggas was being a little too friendly at the time when hip hop is a competitive sport. And I feel like compatibility in music is always great. as long as the beefs don't linger out into the streets and turn into something ignorant, then going back and forth on music over tracks to see who's the better artist is dope. It's sad that a lot of artists didn't compete, and a lot of those artists fell off. My thing is, after all the smoke was clear, Tyler put out the song, the freestyle, and it was super dope. And he was referencing the situation. And when you look at who's the overall big artist, or who's somebody that people don't really want to go back and forth with, that's when you figure out who the greatest of all time is.
Okay, well spoken, well spoken. So if I was to rewind when I first heard the track, I can remember I was hearing the buzz about it. And I was like, I had to sit back and I said, let me go listen to this track. I listened to it the first time, and I honestly thought, like, is he serious? Like, is he really like, because it's like we never like he's like he want to battle 10 rappers at once. I'm thinking like, because a lot of them dudes was formidable rappers at the time. I'm like 10 rappers at once. I mean, I don't know. Is he biting more than he can bargain? Is he biting off more than he can chew? And then when none of them guys shot back, I was like, whoa, they really kind of scared because none of them really shot back. I'm like, damn, hold on.
That was crazy.
That was crazy, right?
They knew, and he knew that a lot of them have ghostwriters and that they not as talented as the world think they are.
Yes.
And when he challenged them to do something that's spontaneous as a rap battle, rap battles are career ending. Some of these people has careers that's ended without rap battles, but imagine a Drake and Meek Mill situation. That was a wake up for a lot of people. People don't want to go through
those. Yeah, that's a man. That could be a career maker or breaker, man. A real bad rap battle or a great moment in a rap battle can make your career or break your career real fast. We know that. We know that. So I want to get another question in for you, Surf. If you was one of the guys he named, what you would if a dude come out and name you like that, how you gonna take it and how you gonna deliver your style and what you gonna do about it? Because we can all talk about what they was gonna do. What would you do if you was in their shoes?
I'd went in front of wherever he grew up at and get a video in front of the house, his high school, and got a couple of his friends to tell some real stories about him and embarrass him as much as possible.
So you would have took that route.
If he dissed me in the song, yeah.
All right. See, now I would have took a different route.
What route?
If he would have dissed me, I would have really sat down, listened to it, and figured out if he was dissing me and how did he frame it. And I would have did it like a missile back at him. I would have rapped over the same beat, and I would have just sit it back at him like a nuclear, like right back at him. I would have rapped over the control beat that same beat. Huh?
How you did the visual?
You said I would have did no visual. That would have broke their mind up right there. No visual. Just all you. So they gotta go to the song and listen to it. They gotta go to my version.
My bars would have been mediocre, but the video would have been shit.
I would have tried to knock his head off. I would have tried to knock his head off lyrically, and I would just rap over the whole beat. Like I would have did the whole 7 minutes of the song. Just on him, like you feel me, just coming at him with shit. And I probably would have took some shots at Big Sean and Jay Electronica to tell you the truth. Even though they didn't have nothing to do with it, I would have took some shots at them too. Yeah, so this is Beyond the Bars. We're going to take a quick second to give you a word from our sponsor. You already know the dream. You know the team, and it is still good Airstream, people. It's still good Airstream. Free the guys But you know, it's Stay Fresh. That's the clothing brand. We're gonna bring you some hot new clothing this year for the summer, people. For the summer. Stay Fresh 365. It is a lifestyle. It is not just a brand, people. So make sure you be on the lookout for that. So what else you got going before we dive into the final topic? What else you got going before we rate the bar? Because the final segment is we're gonna rate the bars. But what you got going right now, Surf, in your media space and your lifestyle, man? What we got going since we was on the lifestyle? What's your lifestyle looking like? What does Stay Fresh mean to you?
Oh man, Stay Fresh mean, you know, you got to be so fresh and so clean. You know, when I walk in the building, I don't want to look like everybody else. So I'm more of a three-piece suit type wearing dude with the belt matching the shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's good to have on some nice cologne. Cologne is key. Matching colors together.
Okay.
It's a task, but you want to look proper. And when you consider yourself a gentleman and you know somebody with some type of morals and standards for yourself, and you're moving towards entrepreneurship and things like that, you don't want to blend in with the crowd. So you want to look like somebody people want to talk to. So when I step out, I'm normally not dressed like this. You'll catch me casually dressed or ready for business. And that's what Stay Fresh mean to me. Stay business ready and cigar lounge steady. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that. I like that right there. Stay business ready and cigar lounge ready, baby. Steady. Yeah, you already know what Stay Fresh means to me. It is actually my lifestyle. Like I live by that. You gotta stay fresh. And we just not even gonna talk about clothing. We're gonna talk about fresh concepts, a new fresh mind state. You gotta eat fresh. You gotta stop eating that processed food, the processed meat. It's about living healthy sometimes too, people. It's not always about clothing. Get you some good red wine. There's nothing wrong with a glass of red wine. You feel me? Keep it real player, man, and discreet, man, and keep it private, man. And you know the rest of it all happen. Keep you some H2O. Make sure you always drink that H2O.
Just some water.
Get some of that water in your system, some good H2O. Stop drinking them processed juice. And that what Stay Fresh means to me, man. It's more than just getting dressed. Of course, you know I stay tapered down. I might look a little rough right now, but you know you got to stay tapered down. Shout out Slim Goody. Oh, Slim, the big Slim Goody, my neighborhood barber that saved me plenty times, called him Superman. He came in and saved the day plenty times. So it's a lifestyle. Like we said, Stay Fresh is a lifestyle. So we always want to stay fresh and want to keep that mind state of being fresh. And you know, eat some fruit, people. Ladies, eat some of that pineapple, man. Your man might come home a little bit happier. You feel me? So yeah. Shout out Good Ears, man. Free the guys, man. You already know the team. You know the dream. It is still. Hold on, people. It is still Good Ears Stream. It's still Good Ears Stream. So we're gonna dive into the last segment of Beyond the Bars. I keep wanting to say Beyond the Score for some reason. Beyond the Bars. We're going to dive into the last segment where we actually rate the bars. And we ask you in the comments to rate the bars. So we're going to rate the bars. We're going to dive into it, Surf. We call this a little extra credit for you folks at home. Give y'all some homework. You know, we just took out of class, so we got to give y'all some homework, a little extra credit for y'all. We're going to rate the pen game. I'm going to since Surf God is the honorary host today, I'm going to let Surf take the lead. Man, you rate the lyrical depth of that track. What you think about his lyrical depth on a 1 to 10 scale? What was the lyrical depth?
1 to 10, I'm going to give him a solid 7. It sounds freestylish. He went on for a while. It's like a Kanye West rap. You know, Kanye get the going and going and going. He said a couple of dope lines. I'm not sure what kind of recorder he is, but at some point he didn't punch in. Like he really went in, and that's where I give him a solid 7. A 10 to a 10.
So 7 out of 10. All right. Surf got like one of the Russian judges, man. Surf got gonna be hard on you, man. Surf ain't taking no slack. Surf like a Russian judge. Surf. So what you rate his flow and delivery? The flow and the delivery.
Flow and delivery. I'm gonna give the delivery an 8, and I'm gonna give the flow a 9. The reason I'm gonna give the flow an 8 is because it sound, like I said before, it sound freestyle. So it sound free where he can go where he wants. You know, I don't smoke crack, motherfucker. I sell it. And then he jump into another style. And, you know, I could tell where he punched in at and where he pieced things together and this, that, and this. And this is why I'm giving him this. Because if he would have just rapped all that shit all the way through, which probably would be impossible, it would have been even doper. But I know what I do in the studio. I don't know what a lot of other people do in the studio. When I go into a studio, I'm rapping 16s all the way through. I'm not cutting. I'm not doing no mumble rap. I'm not going in there piecing shit together or doing no punching. So I could tell where he cheated. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give it a solid 8. 9. I'm gonna give that to him because the breath technique, the breathing technique, but then there's cheating there because you're using punching. So I can't give you a solid 10. But I'm gonna say that the breathing technique towards the end where he wrapped that whole composition through was super dope. So that's how I feel about it.
All right, so now we're gonna dive into the shock factor, man. What you giving with the shock factor of the track? The shock factor, 1 to 10.
I don't think he really took a shot at them. He just mentioned their names. Like, he didn't say anything personal. He didn't go crazy on them. I don't see why everybody got so, you know, that's why some people probably didn't respond. It was just letting them know that this is a competition. That's what I got.
Okay. So what is the replay value of that track? The replay value. Is you still playing that today?
I haven't heard the track since I heard the track. It's not something that I listen to on a daily basis.
So overall, what would you give this track?
In my judgment of what I would put it on my playlist to listen to on a daily basis, no, I wouldn't put it on my playlist.
So all right. So now overall rated from 1 to 10. Where's the overall rating?
Maybe like a 5.
Surf is like the Russians today. Surf owns some shit today. Surf like the Russians.
Because I'm not a big Sean fan, so I didn't buy that album. The other people who's on it, I couldn't quote a bar. I couldn't quote a bar from Kendrick Lamar's composition because it didn't catch my attention like that. That's not the type of energy I was on.
All right. So I'm gonna dive into it. With lyrical depth, I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9 because it's because of the Machiavelli bars in the beginning. And we know, like, when he raps their names, it's not about being lyrical at that point. It's about naming names. So you can't even count that as he's not trying to be lyrical. But when he was trying to be lyrical, he was lyrical. So I'm going to give him a 9 on that one. 9 out of 10, because that was amazing. A few of them lines like, motherfucker, I'll sell it. That was a bar for me. I don't care. That's my favorite bar. I don't sell crack.
No, you feel like that was lyrical?
Yes, that's a lyric. See, I don't care what people say. I'm not no nigga that's that's not the only lyrical shit, bro. That's what people get mixed up. They think you got to be musician, proficient, totician. That's grade school shit, man. Lyrical is more than just, it's the way you say it, it's the way you pronounce it. It's a lot of shit. I can tell you that by the way I do it. Lyrical ain't always. I'm a lyrical miracle, spiritual, curical. Man, all that shit is bullshit to me, man. I don't like that shit. Cut that shit shut, man. That shit don't move me.
If you say so.
His flow and delivery on that one, I'm gonna get a flow of honest 8. I'm gonna get a delivery of 9.5.
Wait. So a person don't have to be intelligent to be lyrical, is what you're saying.
I mean, you could be intelligent and be lyrical. You could be intelligent and be weak. I mean, I don't. It's just like I'm not saying that all that is not even mean intelligence. I'm saying that shit don't make it lyrical. You can say a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah, you're right. You are right though. Yeah.
You can do all that and say a whole bunch of nothing.
I mean, being more specific or simple is dope. But if you do have some type of language, you do want to show that you know how to speak.
Yeah, but people don't understand. Lyrical is the way you pronounce words too, the way you say it, your cadence. I'm a rapper's rapper, so I understand it's more than just words. It's the way you pronounce your words. I make words rhyme that don't rhyme. That's my favorite thing to do. The words usually you won't think rhyme. I can make them rhyme by the way I say the language. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sandwich, spanwich, language. It's all can be. It's you can combine some shit together and do your thing, man.
Hey, the sandwich.
I give you a 9 on that one. I get a lyrical. It's like when he was being lyrical, he was being lyrical. When he had to dumb it down, he dumbed it down.
I fuck with the sandwich.
So I give him an 8 on the flow, and I give his delivery a 9.5. Because that delivery, his breath control was incredible. His breathing control, and I don't think he punched in. I don't think he punched in like you. I don't think he did that. I think he spit that shit through. Because I know what type of rapper he is in his mind.
I've never punched in a day in my life. I've never punched in a rhyme. I wouldn't talk to rap that way. When I went through my process of artist development, I just wasn't taught that. The way I was taught to write was a lot different too. So I've never punched in my life. If anybody is a engineer, which I am, or a producer, which I am, can hear that when he said, "I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it."
That's not the rap. That's not the rap though. That's not the rap. That's the intro. Of course we know that. I know that's not a punch in. You don't consider a punch in is when you're rapping and then it's like in the middle of the bar you stop and you punch into me.
What do we call that? A bridge?
I call that a chorus. I call that like a mini chorus, a pre-chorus. See, that don't count. I was talking about punching in on the verse. He didn't punch in on that verse. Of course he punched in on that part. Yeah, he did. I didn't see. He didn't punch in on that verse.
Broken up part. I heard some broken up. Let's move forward. Let's go.
I gotta go listen to it again because I didn't hear no punching in. I heard he had that controlled aggression to it. If I give it a shock value, I mean I'm gonna give it a 10 for 10 because I was just like you said. I'm from the L2, nigga. Same the way you from. Nigga, my family is, you know, who they is. So, you know, I was taught very, very well at this rap shit. And that shock value is like a nigga. I don't care how he said it. He could have said, I like the way you did it. Nigga, no, nigga, it's rap, nigga. Nigga say your name, nigga, you got his front door. Nigga send a shot, you send it back. So I got to give him a 10. I don't care if he said it and they felt like, oh, he didn't say that. Nigga say your name. That's the era I'm from. Niggas say your name, nigga, it's on and cracking.
That's true. I mean,
I gotta give him a 10.
That's your opinion.
Replay value, that's when I give it the lowest. It's not a good replay song. 6. I mean, we ain't playing that shit today. I'm just keeping it all the way real. We ain't playing that shit today, man. Nigga ain't playing that shit today.
Majority of Kendrick music, I'm not playing today.
Nigga ain't playing that today, so 6. Overall, I'm gonna rate the whole track. I get a track of 8. I give it an 8. You get an 8. It was a time and space. It was a time and moment. It was a time in the hip hop world. I mean, when this shit all explodes, and we talking about hip hop, that's gonna be in the discussion in one of the moments of hip hop history. No matter you like Kendrick, no matter you dislike him, no matter you feel like this about it, you feel like that about him, that will be talked about for the eons and eons and eons of hip hop generations. When we dead and gone, when we not here no more, people still gonna reference that. They still gonna talk about that. So I give him an 8.
It's a pivotal moment.
It was a pivotal moment in the sport of hip hop.
Yes, sir. It definitely was.
And I feel like it flipped the spotlight back on lyricism, on competition, because people were saying hip hop was too friendly at that point. So I feel like he brought all that back. And I just feel like we needed that as rappers, as MCs. We needed that push. We needed that. And I feel like, especially what he did just now in 2024 to get us back out there as, nah, nigga, we not no mumble rappers. We not just no singing, songy guys. No, nigga, we gonna push this narrative of trying to eclipse a bar standard that the greats have set. The Nas's, the Tupacs, nigga, the DMX's, the Jay-Z's, the Lil Wayne's. You feel me? Somebody got to push the limit. I respect Kendrick for trying to get us back out there as a very serious art form, not no pushy, tushy, tushy. That's what they right now. Tushy, nasty, like Drake do. Oh, one dance, I want to see you. Nah, nigga, we a serious art form, and we need to be respected.
Facts, because hip hop is dying, and a lot of people ain't making money off rap, and it's crazy. Yes. And to be playing with our art form of music, and now it's not the main genre,
like it once was.
Like it once was, yeah.
All right, so make sure you tap in with the news you can use. All right, and make sure you tap in with Beyond the Score. All right, and make sure you tap in with I Am a Brand podcast. All right, people out there watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and you hit that notification bell for all the new topics, and it is your turn now. What was the hardest bar in the verse? Leave it in the comments. And did we miss a line? Are y'all agreeing with our opinions? Was Surf God tripping when he gave it a 5? Was I too high on it when I gave it an 8? What y'all think about it? Was I too high when I gave it a 10? Like, let me know in the comments. But it was definitely a conversation starter.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna dive back into some more content next week. You already know, so we're gonna end it like this. We're gonna end it like this right here. And if you rock with this breakdown, I want to see you comment what you think we should, because we're doing Drake next week, and what Drake song we should break down next week. What lyrical Drake song we should break down next week? Or should it be another track? Should we just forget Drake and maybe do Murals by Lupe? That's one of my favorite tracks when Lupe ripped it. Oh, to me, that was a crazy track. Or what about any other track? Should we do some more gangster rap? Break down some gangster rap lyrics. So let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hey, yo, Surf, man, shout out your Instagram and your YouTube channel one more time so they can't act like they forgot.
You can check me out at the News You Can Use podcast, Big Surf Guy _ on Instagram, or you can go on YouTube, Reddit, Google, but download that Traplix app immediately and go get the News You Can Use podcast exclusive. If you want behind the scenes, you can check us out on YouTube. We will be starting a Reddit account, so check that out. We got new music, podcasting, season 2 of Las Vegas Alleys, and more. Shout out everybody that's a part of the podcast. Shout out my boy Capo for having me. And let's go. Beyond the
Yeah. We back in business, baby. Hey, you already know we're gonna be rocking real heavy this summer. It's our summer, man. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's your boy.
Turning to the new report now from the Pentagon about unidentified flying objects. There were hundreds of new reported sightings over the last year, and some the government still can't explain. Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz joins us with the details. It's quite the talk.